Wednesday, it's a weird week. How are you feeling about your preparation?
Yeah, it is a weird week. Talking to the guys today, I think they feel good. I mean, I think they're fresh. I think we worked hard to balance the practice schedule last week, trying to get enough work, but also trying to work in some time off. Our guys have finals or midterms rather this week, and so I know we had to give them some time off to prepare for that. And so it's been a hectic week that way. But it's been good. I mean, the guys feel good. We've gotten a lot of work done. Feel good about our preparation, so we just got to go play well now.
Between this week and next week, how many guys are going to have to be taking midterms?
I don't know the exact numbers. I mean, a lot. A lot of guys had them last week. We still have some that have some this week.
It's a bit of a rolling schedule with all of them, it seems like. They have a new quarterback up in Oregon that they put in last week. What have you seen from him?
Yeah, he's a good athlete, good player. I was impressed with his poise, in the game. I thought he handled, a situation where they got down quite a bit, and thought he just kept playing. He made some big-time throws. You go back and you look at that game. There's 2 or 3 throws in that game. You just go, wow, that's a pretty, not just any kind of throw. It's a big-time, really pretty special throw. I thought his temperament was good, just watching him on film, and he's a good athlete. And so, I'm sure that the open week helped him. I'm sure they'll have some additional wrinkles and some things that he can do and that he's gotten better at. And so, I think he's a good player right now, and he's got a really bright future.
What's tomorrow's practice going to look?
Yeah, it'd be just like we normally do on Friday. So what we've done is today was a normal Thursday for us, which was a walkthrough, and then tomorrow will be a Friday for us, which will be a run through.
Is Chad doing a little bit more?
Yeah, he did stuff today, so we'll see kind of how he moves around tomorrow and how he feels on Saturday, and the progress is kind of what we wanted to see. So we think he's in a good spot right now.
Who would be his understudy? Would that be Worstel?
Yeah, it'd be Pat. Yeah.
Looking on the other side, Demetrius, I don't know if you know this, his yards before he catches the ball, I think, are one of the tops of the country. I know it's in the conference.
I heard about that. Yeah, he's made some big plays for us. He really has. I think that's the one constant that he's given us. His big plays, and that's kind of what a guy that's his skill set early on gives you. He gives you a lot of big plays because he can run, and as he starts to develop more and more skills as a wide receiver, then he'll be able to start catching more of the intermediate stuff and the shorter stuff as well. And so, that I would expect to do that again because he has made a number of big plays. We've got to continue to get him the ball and let him be productive.
What do you thought of Schooler and some of the other corners that you've seen from Oregon?
Well, they're good. I mean, they're the guys that have experience. They've got some big guys. They've got a couple of really big, tall, athletic guys, and they've got a couple of faster guys as well that all have experience. And I think that's when you look at their secondary, there is a lot of experience back there. A lot of guys that have played football, and so they've been on good football teams. They've played on good defenses. They know what it takes. They do a good job of mixing things up. It's hard to tell what they're doing sometimes, in terms of, you can't get a beat on them coverage-wise, and so they've done a nice job of continuing to get better and better.
You mentioned the importance of defensive tackles yesterday, kind of in Oregon's context, in the 4-3, and talking about that. But you've lost a bunch of guys in the middle, between Beckett and then a few safeties. How does that affect what you guys do?
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you have, football is a lot like baseball. You want to be strong up the middle. You want your tackles to be good. You want your middle linebackers to be good. You want your safeties to be good. And unfortunately, that's where kind of some of our injuries have been up the middle. And so, it's like everything else. Everybody's hurt in football. There's no excuses, but it's hurt our depth a little bit, and we're having to rely on some young guys that haven't played a lot of football. And, when you're playing with some young players, you deal with a couple of things. Number one, physically sometimes they're not as far along as you want them to be, and then they just don't have that experience either. And so, luckily, McCarty and Looney are playing well and have played a lot of football for us. Manley's played some football for us. And so, we've got to, keep developing those young guys and then keep doing the same thing at safety.
How about Becker?
Beckers won't play. No, won't play.